Hi guys, it's the girl Quinny, back with another video. I'm in the car because I'm at the park. I'm going to be going for a walk. Still trying to break this cough or whatever I got, but the show must go on. How y'all been doing? I just went to Starbucks and I got me a strawberry refresher. So today, what I want to talk about is something that I have never ever shared with anyone. So at the beginning of the year, my ex-boyfriend, he took his life. He hung himself. And that was on New Year's. So for me, it was very, 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 very hard to deal with. Even though I was in a relationship, still in a relationship, I was with that person 2 years prior to me being with the person I'm with now. I'm going to kind of tell you how we met. So me and this person, he actually met me on Facebook. He, this is like, oh yeah, he's friends with my cousin. And I was just like, oh, who's that girl? She's beautiful. Da, 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 da. He was younger than me too. So, we talked a few times, but it wasn't nothing, nothing to write home about, It's kind of like you feel like a young dude trying to bag an older chick type of feel. So I was like, years went by. We talked on and off, just on the phone, but I never met him. So it's kind of like you fall in love in a hopeless place type of thing. Like, I was down on my luck. He was down on his luck. So he's like, okay, we'll come together and see if we can make it work. So he ended up moving up to where I was living. And the kids gravitated to him, I'm trying to say a lot of things without saying a lot of things because I don't want to, there's some things, you still want to kind of keep to yourself. The kids had a very good relationship, especially the youngest one. He called him Pop Pop. So, during the relationship, I would say this. I felt like he genuinely was in love with me, but he still was young, and I felt like he needed to venture out more. But in his head, he felt like, he wanted to take on too much too fast. Like, he wanted the already made family because that's something that he may have lacked growing up. And that's what a lot of people feel like. I missed this when I was growing up, so I'm trying to recapture it and relive it, as I get older or whatever the situation may be. So You know, we were together for 2 years. We had ups, we had downs. In a way, it's like I felt like I was his protector. Like, he was young, so certain things he didn't know, and I felt like I kind of molded him into being a responsible adult that he should have been, because a lot of males don't mature as faster as females do. And so it was just a thing of, you know, you're just trying to mold this person just to be a responsible adult and be the person that you need him to be, to love you and your kids. But, you know, he would go back and forth to see his family, and I felt like that's the break we needed. But it was just times where I would be like, okay, I need a break from you. And he would cry to me and was like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. I mean, it was a time where I literally was at the bus station. Just like, okay, I got you your ticket. Here you go. And he boo-hoo cried to me. And I just was like, you know, F it. We just went back home. You know, we would do stupid shit like that. And, you know, we just had like different, you know, good times together. Towards the end of the relationship, things got really rocky, and it was to the point of, you know, I fear for my life type of thing. I don't want to go too deep into it, but it was just time to call it quits. After that, we had no kind of communication. Then randomly, he would just hit me up. It was just like, oh, I just miss you and the kids. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm already in another situation, so I don't think this is going to work out. You know, we already had our run, But, you know, I was hearing that he was in a whole relationship too. But, of course, he wasn't saying that. But, you know, he would just call me from time to time just to check on me and the kids and just tell me that he still was in love with me, and was even talking about marriage. And, you know, of course, a guy would tell you about marriage when some guys, when they're down on their luck, they might be like, oh, yeah, the marriage thing sounds cool, but I just want stability. That's what a lot of guys might say. Oh, y'all want to marry, but they're just looking for stability because maybe they might not have a place to live or whatever the case is. But, and last time I heard from him I would have to say it was around November, December-ish. You know, that was the last time he was telling me that he loved me and that he loved my kids. And he never ever showed me no sign of, you know, or he never, I mean, he's told me things that I won't ever share with nobody. But he never, like, presented himself to be suicidal. I know it was things he was, like, going through in his life. And you gotta understand, like, when people die, it's like, okay, people die every day. For me, I never ever had anybody that I know to commit suicide. And that's just not like a regular death. That's unexpected. I mean, I have went through so many different levels that I feel like nobody understood what I had went through. This was a person that shared things with me that he never shared with nobody. This was a person that I laid with every night for 2 years. This is a person who I shared my life with, my kids' life with. And when something like that happens, it's like I didn't have no family support. People would just say like, okay, you in a new relationship, but just because I was in a new relationship did not mean that I had no type of emotion towards the person. I was just in a relationship. I could see maybe if I was in a relationship with him, maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 10 years prior or something, where I don't feel no type of emotional nothing. Or I could see if it was a person that, that I really just did not connect with, or just I hated their guts type of thing. Even my worst enemy, I wouldn't wish death on them, but it was just like so emotional. And I had to go to work night after night after night, and I would just be to work numb. Like, I've only really experienced a pain. I never experienced no pain like that in my life when it came to somebody dying, because 9 times out of 10, the people that were close to me that did pass away, I know why they passed away. So it was kind of like you expected it. But when something like that happens to you, you feel like, okay, this person, you could have saved this person. You could have just told that person one thing to make it better. But it's like, you don't really know what's going on in that person. It's been so many different stories, speculations about this, that, and the third. And like, now it's just all a mystery. And it's like a mystery you never know the answer to. And what really kind of like trips me out is I have my little one, he'll ask me, he's like, is Pop dead? It just be random. And then I'll just be like, oh, he's in a far land. I'll say something like that. But that is just something that, I don't feel like I ever grieved. I felt like I grieved, but it was never nothing to where anyone came to me and was just like, okay, how is this girl mental? And of course I'm in a whole relationship, but he was real cool about it. He was just like, okay, I know, like, you have to grieve, you need your moment, da 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 da. And I don't know. And sometimes I would like have dreams of, him just saying he was okay. But, I don't know. That was like the hardest thing that I feel like I ever had to experience thus far in life. And when you are experiencing things like that, it's like, make sure that you're there for that person that's coping with the death of whoever, because you don't know. And it's like New Year's, you just thinking like every New Year's is going to be bad news. It's like, to be honest, I'm not even looking forward to this New Year's. And it's like, when things like that happen, it's like, you don't know who's telling the truth. I'm getting so much information from different people, and I just don't know what to believe. I just don't know what to believe. But that's my emotional moment with you guys. But yeah, y'all have to start checking on your loved ones. You know, if someone's saying that they feel a certain type of way, don't leave them. Don't leave their side. You know, make sure if they need to get help, they get the proper help that they need. Cause I'm gonna tell you something. Life is not easy. Life is not easy. And it's times where I feel like he wanted to really be with me because he knew that what type of person I was, what type of woman I am. And not to toot my own horn, but when you a woman and you showing a young male the right direction to go in, and you giving something that he has not ever, for what he's told me, he's never received. Family, me and the kids were family to him, and that's something he's never ever experienced. So when you are, you know, telling somebody, oh yeah, you know, I ain't never experienced this, that, and the third, and that's kind of ripped from you because of the actions that, you know, took place, it's just kind of like, and then it's kind of hurtful that I'm sure through social media he's seen that I moved on, and I don't know, it's like, that right there really, really shattered my whole world, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. Like, it would be like images that you have in your brain of this person. Not good images, but just images you just can't imagine. It's like a mystery. And it felt good to really get that out, because no one ever asked me how I felt. They just feel like, okay, well, you know, you're in a new situation, you done moved on, and that's just that. Let me tell you something. I'm a very compassionate person. I don't know, I just feel like it's people that I dislike, don't get me wrong, but he was the type of person that I felt like if I had to say genuinely loved me, he genuinely loved me and my kids. So I don't want to sit here and be crying all the whole video, but that's something I just wanted to share with you guys. If you know anybody going through any type of situation, just make sure you're there for them, because, you know, we only got one life. And of course, I do believe in afterlife. But while we're here on this thing called planet Earth, you know, we just got to kind of look out for each other, you know. Some people can't really handle life like certain people handle life without a problem, you know. We have our days where we feel like life beats us down, and you know, but you just gotta keep going, you know. You just gotta keep pushing. So guys, I guess I will start my walk now. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos. Stay positive, stay blessed, stay prayed up. Till next time.